Good afternoon, lads and lassies, the Irish Demon here, back with another video. Today we are going to be looking at the Super Spreader World Tour of Nathan Thompson and his clone, who I am now going to call Mini-Me. Yeah, you'll see why in just a minute. So we're going to take in two little stories here from this wonderful Super Spreader trip. The first one is he goes into a Subway and they ask him to put on a mask. Now, he refuses to wear the mask on religious grounds. Let's watch.
How you doing, love? Oh, I got a religious exemption. You guys don't allow religious exemptions? So you're discriminating against religion?
No, I'm not discriminating.
Yeah, you are. You're telling me you can't serve me?
I can't serve you without a mask.
But the government gives me a religious exemption?
Specifically, what about your religion stops you from wearing a mask? I really can't see what it could possibly be. My understanding is that you're a Christian. Point to me in the Bible where it says that you can't cover your face.
So, like, you could literally be sued for discriminating against religious people?
Yeah, so just shut up and go sue them then if that's your problem. I've heard this so many times. When I worked in the court system, people go, "Do you know that you can be sued?" Well, fucking sue me then. Stop talking and go sue me.
I'm not serving you because of the mask.
Yeah, I got you. That's discrimination. Because I have a religious exemption from the government.
The sign is on the door. No,
Just because you put a sign up doesn't mean you get to discriminate against people's religion. You understand that though, right? Just because you put a sign up doesn't mean you get to discriminate against people's religion.
I'm just following my orders.
I mean, for what my personal point of view is worth, I don't think religion should give you justification to do anything that anybody else can't do. I think it's absolute bullshit, truth be told. Not having to pay taxes because of your religion, that's absolute nonsense in my honest opinion here. But I understand, you know, some people have religious exemptions for certain things. That's fine, it's not the end of the world. So I was just told by Mrs. Demon that the reason why they claim religious exemption is because apparently they're made in the image of God, so covering their face is covering God's face. Messiah complex.
That's what the Nazis said. I'm just following orders. You know that's what the Nazis said, right?
Yeah, I'm sure they also said, hey, I love football. That doesn't mean that everybody that loves football is one of those dudes. But no, I get what he's talking about. The whole, I'm just following orders. That's what the Nazis said, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, we get it, man. You're talking about being asked to wear a mask versus being carted away and put into a concentration camp. Do you not really see the difference here? Wear the mask or fuck off, quite simply. If you don't want to wear it, don't go into their store.
You know that, right? You're saying exactly what the Nazis said. You're trying to restrict my oxygen. And you're saying, well, we have a sign. So that makes it legit.
Yeah, but it doesn't restrict your oxygen. As I said about the last guy, I think your biggest problem is that your oxygen was restricted at birth. But realistically, I understand. Masks are uncomfortable. They feel a bit claustrophobic. I don't like wearing one either, truth be told. And thankfully, I don't need to wear one because of where I live. There is no mask mandate. But I still have to wear one when I work because I deliver stuff to people all day. And I'm totally fine. I get plenty of oxygen. You know, I've never...
And no, it doesn't, because I have a religious exemption.
I'm sorry, sir.
Don't be sorry. Just, please, make my sandwich. Could you just make a veggie and I'll pay for it real quick and get out of here? Is that okay? Could I call in an order? Ma'am. How long is that going to be?
She went to call.
She's calling the manager?
Yeah.
Right on. But like, seriously, I could just pay and then go outside and you guys can make it for me, right? Like, wouldn't that just solve the problem? Hey, brother. Good. I got a religious exemption. I've never worn a mask, not once. So to discriminate against religion is against the law, bro.
No, it's not.
It's not against the law to discriminate against people's religion anymore?
Religion.
Yeah, it's a religious exemption. We also have a medical exemption. So if someone has...
You got medical exemption?
Yes, of course.
Okay, because that's mandated by the county.
Yeah, but we can have a medical exemption. We can also have religious
I know that.
Also, anytime you have to identify yourself, so like I'm gonna have to pay. If I'm not using my credit card, That's identity theft. You know, so if you have a mask and you use a card and you don't say, hey, are you this person? You don't even have them on camera. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
So, I mean, I just think, and not to mention, oxygen is good. It's not bad.
Yeah, no, but we got to follow.
I just, you know, I don't mind just paying real quick and going outside while they cook it or something, or make the sandwich. It's no big deal to me.
Okay.
But we're just gonna go dirt bike riding. I have to eat. I have to eat something. So, thank you. You want to eat right here?
Yeah.
All right.
Here, give me the change.
No, bro. You're kidding me, bro. You're the man, dude. Thank you. Really helps the tour, bro. Gas and all that stuff adds up, bro. Thank you.
So all that bullshit about using a credit card and you're not going to know my face. And then we realized that he wasn't using a credit card. Unsurprisingly, he was using somebody else's money. And then he grifted the change at the end. There's a fucking surprise. So anyway, that was the end of the religious discrimination. Now we move on to what happened the other night when he went to a SpaceX launch and basically irritated everybody that was there. Now one lady gets really angry at him because he just basically wrecks her head the whole time. But we'll get to why I think she's so angry in just a minute. Have a look at what he says.
Come on now. That's a balloon, guys. Real rockets go up like 1,000 miles an hour, dude.
Real rockets go up at like 1,000 miles an hour, dude. First of all, this guy is piss drunk. That's very obvious from the way he's talking. The reality of this whole scenario is that you can actually watch them go up. This is obviously a night launch, which personally I love. I think they look amazing. So why is it that when you look at an orbital rocket like Falcon 9 or whatever going up, it does appear like it goes up much, much slower than when you see a sounding rocket go up like this? Well, there's a couple of reasons for that. Number one, it is way bigger. I'm talking orders of magnitude bigger than one of those little really, really fast rockets. Now, that's not to suggest that when one of these orbital rockets takes off that it isn't going really, really fast. It definitely is. The power to weight ratio is obviously much, much different. There's multiple stages, a lot more fuel, and it's got a lot more distance to cover. Now, let's talk about something else again that flat earthers never seem to understand is scale and perspective. When you look at one of those little really, really fast rockets go and it takes off like that really, really quickly, it's really close to you, generally speaking. So when you're looking at it, it crosses your field of view really, really fast. So you think, wow, that's quick. But when you see it from miles away, as is the case in this scenario, it obviously doesn't look as fast. So you launch one of those fast little rockets from that same distance and tell me if it looks like it's going just as fast. You'll find it doesn't.
Look at that. Are you joking? Are you guys honestly thinking that goes to space? Dude, look how boring that is.
Wow.
Wow. Watch it start to turn off into the horizon because they're parabolic. They don't go straight up. They don't go into space.
What really pisses me off about when he says this is he knows that our argument is not that these rockets go straight up. That is never the case. Here's a globe. Let's go to roughly where that was launched from. Oh, Jesus. This is not as easy as I thought it would be. Around here somewhere. So what happens is it takes off, it goes up, and yes, it shoots out around because you're trying to get into orbit. Hence the term orbital rocket. A sounding rocket goes straight up and straight back down. What would happen if the Falcon 9 did the same thing? It would probably go straight up much, much further, and then the gravitational pull of the Earth will pull it straight back down. So no, you need to go into orbit, hit a certain velocity to continue falling around the Earth. It's simple. So of course it's parabolic. That's exactly what we wanted to do. We want to go up. They say to go to space, you don't go straight up. You go straight up and you take a really hard turn to the right. And that's how you get yourself into orbit. And then to get further afield from there, once you're in orbit, you accelerate, it pushes you out and out and out, and then you can break the Earth's sphere of influence. It's simple. If I can figure that out, any moron can.
You're all being lied to and your money's being stolen, and they're telling you to wear a face mask for something that can't protect you from something that doesn't exist.
Now he's really just starting to sound like your crazy uncle at a wedding. This is the Mac fucking thing. It does not fucking.
There you go, bro. Off in the ocean. Look, it's tilting. It's tilting.
It's about to go to where we're spinning 66,600 miles per hour around the sun in a near perfect vacuum.
It's barely gonna leave the freaking. It's like, wow.
Everyone else in the world, 95% of the world's helium supply is bought by NASA.
And you really have to ruin this for...
What do you mean ruin it?
Ruin it.
It's not real. Space isn't real.
Alright, couple of things here, right? These morons seriously believe that this is a big helium balloon. I mean, like, this is like something that a child would come up with. How does that go up into space, little boy? Oh, just like my balloon. Are you like, come on, man. I'm going to stop asking that question. Are you really that stupid? Because it's evident from every single word that comes out of your mouth. And you are about to see why everybody gets so fucking angry in the background here. This launch would have taken place early in the morning. You get these drunk flat earth morons coming along, ruining it for everybody else. People have probably waited out all night long, enthusiasts, to go out and see this launch. And then you get this moron drunk off his fucking head going out there and ruining it for everybody. No wonder people get angry with him.
What do you mean ruin it? We're here to tell you the truth, the good news.
Getting late.
There's spy glasses.
We have everything documented.
You
Everything's
back the
documented.
fuck up.
Don't worry.
You're the one
Just
coming
relax.
attacking people.
No, we told you the truth. I've tested
Put
Earth.
that on YouTube, bitch.
I will. Don't worry. We're on live right now. Look at this guy. Don't try and touch my stuff, bro. That's assault. Okay, don't worry. You guys are yelling at us. I have
Verbally
to.
assaulting someone.
You came in and assaulted us.
We didn't talk about religion or politics.
Just relax.
We're just trying to tell you that they're stealing $16 million a day.
Okay, we made a point. Move on.
What? You're not my boss, bro. You're not the boss of me, bro. You move on.
I mean, look, it's a common thing that I say, and I'll say it again. He always picks on older men and women and children. Never like big scary dudes like J.L. Warren, or Johnny O from the Plot Hole, or PhD Tony. Yeah. That's the big problem here. This guy's a complete wuss. Like, he picks on these people because it's easy targets. You would never see him roll up to a big bunch of dudes and start abusing them the way he does with these people. No wonder that lady got so angry. They were probably out all night looking forward to this launch, trying to get it on camera, and then you get this moron screaming his head off in the background, pissed out of his mind. Lads and lassies, thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you like what I do, make sure and hit that like button, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. We just broke 4,000 subscribers the other day, and we're already at 4,200 almost, which is amazing. And just before we move in, I'm going to interrupt myself here for a second, and just to let you know about a new show that's coming up called As the Plot Thickens by my good friend Johnny O over at the Plot Hole. Check it out. There'll be a tab thing somewhere for you to click, and if not, if I can't figure out how to do it, there'll be a link in the description down below as well. Once we get to 5,000 subscribers, I'm going to be doing a massive live stream with Johnny O from the Plot Hole and some other people, and I'm going to be getting a tattoo for charity. So we're going to be coming up with some design ideas for that over the next few days. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you would like to see as a tattoo option. And you guys, the viewers, are going to get to vote on which tattoo I get for charity. We haven't picked a charity just yet. I'm going to do a video completely about this tomorrow and get all of your input into it. Anyway, lads and lassies, thank you so much. Gurv Mila Mahagut and Slancha.